Hello everybody and welcome to another Vintage Fans and More product spotlight brought to you today by Fanimation. It's been about 3 years since I last had Fanimation in the studio for an in-depth video, definitely far too long of a break for one of my industry favorites. Throughout that time, Fanimation has been busy at work expanding upon their products and features, quickly becoming the most flexibly scalable ceiling fan line on the entire market. Fanimation now offers the most comprehensive variety of designs available in a massive range of sizes and finishes, also that you can create your ideal fan and size it for any space. When paired with the new fanSync Wi-Fi and its smart features, the sky is the limit for Fanimation's applications. I have a lot to cover with the fan I've received today and Fanimation's latest developments as a whole, so settle in for a good one. This little fan is fittingly named Kute, available in 44-inch and 52-inch sizes, as well as 6 different finish combinations with optional matching LED light kits. This fan introduces a slim and subtle elegance. My fan here is the smaller 44-inch size in brushed satin brass with matte white blades and the optional light kit installed. This model is damp rated for use anywhere indoors or outdoors in a covered application. Kute moves 5,490 cubic feet of air per minute at high speed, a very good number for a fan of this size. If you're following the new Energy Guide standard of average airflow, Kute is listed at 3,729 cubic feet of air per minute. There is a pretty solid group of fans in the larger 50 to 54-inch size category that achieve similar numbers, so for anything smaller to get up into that range is very impressive. Inside the fan is Fanimation's latest iteration of the incredible variable speed DC motor. Despite many industry developments in DC motors over recent years, Fanimation is still hands down leading the category in terms of speed range. This motor is almost infinitely variable with an incredibly slow aesthetic low speed that fully rivals what the best AC motor controls of the past have achieved. Advancing further, these DC motors are optimized for the fan sizes they're implemented in, meaning that fans ranging from large to small are all achieving this unprecedented level of speed range. One of my biggest complaints with a lot of small AC motor fans is the lack of a decent speed range, which is absolutely not a problem here. This motor has also almost entirely eliminated the typical stutter of DC motors during startup and reversal, a game changer on the consumer front where people have been concerned and confused about the characteristics of DC motor performance. On a similar front, due to a multitude of consumer and dealer issues with smart pairing systems, Fanimation has improved their control pairing processes and returned to dip switches for quicker, more definitive pairing of handheld remotes and wall controls. Speaking of which, included with the fan is the TR205D handheld remote control, which has FanSync Bluetooth integrated with the receiver. An optional upgrade kit to FanSync Wi-Fi for all of the smart home integration features, as I've installed today, is also available for separate purchase. All of these options control the full range of fan speeds and light levels, the reverse function, as well as the self-regulating fresh air mode. Additional home away, safe exit, and timer functions can be activated by the controls when desired. FanSync Wi-Fi enables you to integrate the fan's operation with other systems in your home, such as smart thermostats, set schedules for the fan to run itself independently, or simply say, "Alexa, set the Kute light to 15%.
Okay.
This is the perfect time to mention that this is my first encounter with Fanimation's LED light kits. It's a 16-watt, 1350 lumen module with a moderate 3000 Kelvin color temperature and a solid color rendering index of 90. It's among the most widely dimmable of the LED light kits I've worked with, and while the output is somewhat limited like most light kits of this design are, it does provide functional light where necessary. Alexa, set the Kute fan to 1%.
Okay.
Here you can see that beautiful low speed, and amazingly there is the slightest whisper of airflow even at such slow RPMs. There is little that I love more in a ceiling fan product than true speed versatility, and on top of great performance, I love to be able to set an ambiance. Fanimation makes all of that possible with their DC motors and controls. With that, I'd like to dive deeper into this particular smart system. FanSync Wi-Fi might be the best integrated smart fan system I've worked with yet. It's a simple interface and all of the features are good and mostly comparable to others that I've worked with. Something that sets the entire Fanimation system apart though is better optimization of requested settings through virtual assistants like Alexa. I'll try to lay this out as simply as possible. Basically, both the fan and light settings within the app are on scales of 1% to 100%. This does not mean that there are 100 settings each. Some of the numbers overlap to cover the entire range. For example, I just requested 1%, but if you look within the app, the fan has actually set to 3%, which is the technical slowest speed. So asking for 1, 2, or 3% would all result in the same speed setting, and those divisions continue as you go up in number. After a speed request is made, the system intuitively settles on the closest actual setting to what was requested. This scale of 1 to 100 makes it much easier to actually request the settings you want, compared to typical systems with 6 speeds. To be fair, other smart fan systems that I've worked with typically do have this set up for the light, and the fan will also respond to requested percentages, but the more limited speed options don't always correlate very well. It's hard to translate 6 speeds onto such a scale, and there's not really enough range to be effective, so it's often hard to tell whether it'll choose speed 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. With only 6 speeds available, that can be quite a range of difference. If you drop the percentages entirely and just use the speed settings 1 through 6 as your requests, it can be hard to quantify those numbers until you're very familiar with the fan settings. I've found it immediately much easier to request 15%, 40%, 75% airflow, and know that I'm going to get something close every time. These systems need to be easy for you to request what you want. Otherwise, it's easier to just grab the remote and set it yourself. Additionally, the commands aren't really complicated in any way. You simply make the request for the name that you've assigned to the fan within the app, nothing more. Wordage also isn't limited to percentages or the order in which the command is given. You can use the word speed, as in Alexa, set the Kute fan to speed 50.
Okay.
Or simply say to set the fan or light to the number desired. For example, Alexa, set the Kute light to 40.
Okay.
Some systems require such specific wording that needs to be rehearsed and memorized if it's ever going to be used in daily life. This system, though, responds to just about any wording that you throw at it. Absolute A+ from me on this one. It's a spectacular system. I've got to tell you, when I made my way into the Fanimation showroom at January Lightovation, this fan was the first thing that captured my attention. It's such a unique form, simple and modern, yet oddly classic, and rather unlike anything Fanimation has presented before. There's an understated feminine elegance to it, a vibe that ceiling fans don't often evoke. We've seen other outwardly feminine designs with crystals, embedded rhinestones, or shabby chic distressed finishes incorporated over recent years. None of those designs have struck the immediate tone that I felt with Kute. This particular white and brass combination presents a modern classic fusion that, for me, transcends into the world of modern fashion. It's sleek, form-fitting, and current, but with the accessories, so to speak, that make it timeless and elegant. It wasn't made feminine by adding the stereotypical glitz and glamour. It's found more in the subtle hints of the design. It's slim and a little dainty, but doesn't compromise on making a statement. If you can't tell by now, I'm really quite enthralled with this design and think it's pure genius. It brings in an entirely new dynamic to the ceiling fan market and makes Fanimation even more broadly appealing. Such a slim design is only made possible by the continual development of smaller DC motors. These little motors are incredibly compact compared to their AC counterparts, but perform the same or even better while using significantly less energy. Now I've moved up to high speed, and as I mentioned earlier, airflow is fantastic. This little fan moves great air. There's really nothing else I need to say there. Airflow is audible but quiet. Everything meets or exceeds every expectation I'd have for a Fanimation product. Quality of the product and finishes is absolutely excellent. Fanimation never disappoints in that regard. I'm particularly impressed with the molding of the blade on this fan. It's one of the cleanest I've worked with recently, and the design is incredibly sturdy. I want to move back to Fanimation's recent expansions in size scalability. They offer a number of models that have a wide range of sizing options, but even with this fan, size versatility is present. A number of new introductions are coming with at least 2 sizes available, which I'm appreciating. So often with ceiling fans, you find something you love, but it's only available in one size and just isn't the right scale for the space it needs to go in. It can also be hard to find a variety of styles in smaller sizes to go in spaces like bedrooms. Fanimation is addressing all of those issues, making their designs and sizing as flexible as possible for their customers. I'm loving this approach. It's never been easier to match the perfect Fanimation product to your space. Now it's time to send you off to enjoy some detail shots of the fan, and I'll see you back at the end of the video to close out. As always, Fanimation impresses with performance, quality, and evolution of design. Kute is the latest addition to my list of Fanimation favorites with its slim profile and strong performance. FanSync Wi-Fi brings an additional level of function and convenience. Truly, Fanimation can deliver the full package of fit, form, and function. A huge thank you to Fanimation for their continued partnership and for making this video possible. It's a great privilege to work with and experience these products in my studio. They're always some of the most innovative coming to market. Most of you already follow Fanimation everywhere on social media, and if you don't, you definitely should. I've linked everything in the description below, and you can find my links there as well. There's also a link to locate your local Fanimation dealer, or you can purchase the Kute directly through my Amazon recommendations page. Subscribe and ring the notification bell before you leave to get updates for all of my new videos. I have more new products coming up. Thank you all for watching today, and I will see you next time. Click left to watch my last review with Fanimation, or click right for my entire Fanimation playlist.